All right, we have talked about how to name angles so that when I'm looking at a question like number 1, I know exactly which angle I'm talking about. So we're going to go ahead and review that now. The first one, what is the measure of angle TQS? Remember, the middle letter is the vertex angle. So I'm going from T to Q to S. That means I'm talking about this angle right here, which is 18 degrees. Our next one, RQS. I'm going to follow those letters in that exact order. So I start at R, and then I go to Q, and then I go to, oops, not that way, RQS, which means I'm talking about this angle right here, which is 43 degrees. Moving on to PQS. We start at P, then we go to Q. Oh, now this one's going to go all the way to S. Here comes our angle addition. I'm looking at this big angle from P to Q to S. To get that big angle, I need this angle 23 and this angle 43. Just like segment addition, I need to put two smaller angles together, 23 and 43, to get the big angle of 66. When I put things together, I'm going to add them. And then our last one here, PQT. PQT. All right, so this one is this whole big angle. I need the 23 and the 43 and the 18. 23 plus 43 plus 18. When I add all three of those together, I get 84. What you just did was angle addition. So we look here. Number 2. You really want to concentrate on which angle is what. So when I see this 26 is for this respective angle. Over here, I see 86, and it's saying from here to here. That means it's representing the angle all the way from P to Q to S. What we're looking to find is RQS. So I go from R to Q to S. Remember, we follow those paths. That means I'm looking for this one. What I know is that the big angle is 86, and I've got 26. Ask yourself, am I putting the 86 and the 26 together to find RQS? No. 86 is the big angle. This is a part. I'm trying to find one of the smaller parts. When you're looking for something smaller or less than the whole, you are going to be subtracting. And when I subtract, that leaves us with 60. So the measure of angle RQS is equal to 60 degrees. Number 3. So again, we look at the individual pieces. 22. 22 is representing this angle right here. 3x plus 6 is representing this piece. And then we have the big piece over here. We're not going to solve this one, but I want to see if you can put that idea of angle addition. Am I adding? Am I subtracting? What does equals mean? When I have an equal sign, I need two equal quantities on each side. So go ahead and pause and see if you can write the equation that I would use to solve this one. When you're ready, go ahead and push play to see if you're right. All right, so let's see how you did. Remember, the equal sign is saying whatever I have over here is representing the same amount that I have over here. So the 5x plus 14, this is the whole big angle. If I'm writing an equation, I'm trying to think about how can I get that equal amount. I need to take this smaller angle and that smaller angle. I need to put these two angles together. And if I'm putting something together, I'm going to add them. So I'm adding the 22 plus 3x plus 6, and I'm going to set that equal to the 5x plus 14. Everything after that is from the algebra. So if you're starting to struggle with some of it, remember, are you struggling with the setup or are you solving with the solving? If you're struggling with the setup, then we need to work on the geometry a little bit. if you can set it up right, but then you get the wrong value for x, that means we're struggling with the Algebra 1 from last year and we need to work on that. So let's try to concentrate. If we're not getting the right answers, where are we going wrong? All right, another aspect of angles is bisectors. Just like we had segment bisectors, which were midpoints, we have angle bisectors. In this case, it says that QR, it's going to bisect angle PQS. And bisect means that we're going to cut it into two equal angles. Just like segments, I can use any indicator I want as long as it's the same. A couple different ways we can look at this. If this is the same, that means that this is x plus 5 as well. So if we think back to the last problem we did, we could do, it takes 2 x plus 5s to equal the whole 84. Or maybe you're sitting there like, that's not how I did it. The whole big angle is 84. So if I'm bisecting that 84, I'm going to cut 84 in half, which means that this is 42 and this is 42. So I also could have done x plus 5 is equal to 42. Either way you do it, we're going to end up with the exact same answer of 37. All right, our last one for this video. We are given that BD, so we've got BD right here, is bisecting ABC. So we've got two congruent angles. ABD, ABD. I hit those letters in that order, from A to B to D, is 6x plus 3. And then we have DBC. I go from D to B to C, which means I'm talking about this angle, is 8x minus 7. All right, so the last one I was using angle addition. These two together equal the whole. Or I cut it in half and set it equal. This one, we don't know what the whole angle is. I wasn't given any information about the total, so I can't write that kind of equation. But because it's a bisector, I know that these two angles are equal to each other. It's really important that you focus on what does it mean to be equal. Whatever you put on the left is the same amount as what you put on the right. So I'm going to take this is equal to this. They are congruent angles, so I can set them equal to each other. Anytime we have something that represents the same amount, we set it equal. So I'm going to move the smaller x over, which gives us 2x. Then I move that number over. 10 equals 2x. We divide by 2, and we get x equals 5. So that was part of it. Part 1 said, hey, solve for x. The next one is solve for angle ABD. A lot of times we're asking you to solve for x and then plug it in to find a missing angle measure. And all that means that we're going to do is we're going to take that x and we're going to substitute it right in here to find angle ABD. So that becomes 6 times 5 plus 3, 30 plus 3. The measure of angle ABD is 33 degrees. All right, and that is going to be it for today's video.